You promised yourself you would never end up here again. Your mistakes left you in a very difficult situation you swore this time would be different. You made a list of your mistakes. You told your friends you had finally learned your lesson. And yet, here you are in another relationship that consumes you with another person who does not give as much as they take, in another situation that feels frighteningly familiar. You are in a cycle where you keep reliving the same event. You are not unlucky. You are not cursed. Something deeper is happening. And until you understand it, you will keep experiencing the same things with different faces and wonder how you ended up here again. Welcome to 5 Minute Psychology. In the next 5 minutes, you'll learn a powerful psychological idea that can change the way you think. Love psychology? Subscribe for more. Now let's continue. The painful truth is that we do not attract what we want. We attract what we think we deserve. Deep in your subconscious, there is a love plan written before you had any say in the matter. What we desire and what we deserve are always different. This template was shaped in childhood by how the people who were supposed to love you unconditionally treated you. But what you experienced back then created a template. Your experiences became your truths. If love came with chaos, you learned that love is chaos. If love came with criticism, you learned that enduring criticism is the price of being close to someone. If love came with absence, you learn to chase after what moves away from you. This is not a conscious choice. You do not wake up and decide to find someone who will hurt you, but your nervous system has a memory that your mind does not control. When you meet someone who triggers that old familiar feeling, your body reads it as recognition. It feels like chemistry. It feels like destiny. It feels like finally finding someone who truly sees you. But what your body is actually recognizing is the wound, not the healer. Toxic relationships often feel intense because intensity is what you learned to associate with love. Healthy relationships can feel boring, flat, or even suspicious to someone whose nervous system was trained on drama. When someone treats you consistently well, something inside you waits for the other shoe to drop. When there is no chaos, you might unconsciously create it, or you might lose interest entirely because the absence of pain feels like the absence of passion. There is also a deeper pattern that many people refuse to see. Sometimes we choose partners who cannot fully love us because their unattainability protects us from true intimacy. If they cannot approach us, we cannot approach them either. If the problem lies with them, we do not need to question ourselves. Toxic relationships can be a hiding place, a way to occupy ourselves with someone else's dysfunction so we do not have to face the fear of being truly known and still rejected. The people you attract are usually mirrors reflecting your unhealed aspects. A partner who constantly criticizes you may reflect the critical voice you already carry within. A partner who emotionally abandons you may confirm what you secretly believe about your worth. You continue to play the same roles because you are unconsciously trying to rewrite an old story with a new ending. However, you cannot heal the wound by reliving the same story with different actors. Breaking this cycle requires more than just making better choices. You need to change what is normal for you. You need to learn to tolerate the discomfort that comes with healthy love until your nervous system perceives safety as something other than boredom. Instead of continuing to seek the love you need, but never received from people who cannot give it, you must grieve. You must question what you contribute to these dynamics by applying the same scrutiny to yourself that you apply to your partners. You are not broken because you repeat this pattern. You are human. Your system is trying to resolve something unfinished to finally obtain the love that was denied. But the resolution does not come from finding the right person. It comes from becoming someone who no longer needs dysfunction to feel alive. It comes from learning that you deserve consistency, not chaos, presence, not pursuit. It comes from understanding that the familiar is not always healthy and the comfortable is not always good. The relationships you attract will change when you change what you are willing to accept. And that change begins not with finding better people, but with deciding that you are worth more than what you have been settling for.